Hello and welcome. You're here with Majid of Majid's Kitchen. This is where I love to share my passion for cooking with you. Asian and other recipes I enjoy eating and creating. Today's recipe is Yam Khai Dao, a spicy, crispy egg salad with an umami dressing. Let's get started. Here with some of the ingredients for this interesting but delicious salad called Yam Khai Dao that is made with a crispy fried egg right here in Majid's Kitchen. Let's get into the video. Let's start by preparing the vegetables for the salad. And here are some of the ingredients that we'll be using. You will need lime juice of at least 1 lime to 2 limes, red onion or yellow onion or both, some green onions, some red chilies, and most importantly for this dish, Chinese celery. Now I'm using regular celery as that also works for this particular salad, and if you don't have either of them, you could use something like bok choy, for example. We'll also have tomatoes. The dressing consists of these 5 ingredients. I have a tablespoon of fish sauce, the juice of 1.5 limes, some red chili. Now you can add more or put less depending on your heat level intake. Garlic, I'm using 2 cloves of garlic and about a teaspoon of palm or brown sugar. Let's begin with preparation of the vegetables. So to begin, I will cut my onions. Now you can use white or red or both if you like, into sort of wedges but not too big. Okay. So that was a quarter. Okay, for the red onion, that's quite large, so I'm going to cut that in half and do the same with this. And now for the celery. As I said earlier, Chinese celery is the preferred ingredient, but I'll be using regular celery, which is very similar in flavor. Okay, and what we want to use is mainly the leaves, so we'll prepare that. Cut the celery stalks into equal sizes and we'll julienne them or cut them into strips. Just like that. Separate the bok choy leaves. Now I'm using this just as an example if you don't have celery, and also for a little bit of color. Okay, separate them. I've washed this, but I'm going to wash it again just to make sure we don't have any sand particles in there. Okay, let's give that a rinse. And for these, I'm just gonna split them down the middle, almost the same way as we did the celery. Put that aside, and now let's work on the tomato. So for the tomato, I cut it in half and then into quarters. I prefer to remove the seeds. but you can keep them on if you like, or you don't mind them. And we'll cut those two uniformly. And lastly, we will need 1 green onion. Let's take the end off, trim the other side. Okay, I'm going to just cut it over here, and we'll cut these like this. As I get to the thicker part, I make it thinner, as of course it becomes more stronger in flavor. So for this salad you can use chilies like this, which is hot Thai reds, or you could use bell peppers if you don't want any heat. So let's go ahead and prepare these chilies. In the meantime, you can place some oil in a small wok or small deep pan to fry the eggs, which is the most important part of this dish, as it's supposed to be a crispy egg salad. In the meantime, let's go ahead and prepare the dressing. So chilies and garlic into the mortar and pestle. There we have it. I'm going to make the dressing right in this mortar and pestle. Let's go in with the lime juice, followed by the fish sauce. Now, if you don't like the pungent flavor of fish sauce, you could use vinegar perhaps, and add in a little bit of salt to it as you would a vinegar dressing. But I suggest you give this a try. You could use maybe a little less of the fish sauce. I'm going to go in with at least half of that for now and let that dissolve. So taste it. I have just done so, and I'm going to add in the balance of the sugar. Now remember to balance the flavors, so always taste as you go. You're looking for salty, some acidity or the sourness which comes from the lime, and still be able to taste a little sweetness. I'm using this, it's called a hopper pan for hoppers, which is a batter that's poured in there and is served with an egg in the center. A traditional or popular Sri Lankan breakfast item. This is ideal because it's small, I don't use up too much oil, and it's deep enough to fry or deep fry the eggs. Let's get that nice and hot. Do take care when working with hot oil and a hot stove. Prepare a plate with some paper to absorb the oil on it, and use a room temperature eggs, and it's advisable to cook them one at a time. Test the temperature of the oil. You can see bubbles are beginning to form, an indication that the oil is almost ready. let it do its thing, stand away from the stove, and you can see that it's already lifted itself off the base. Should the egg stick at the bottom of the pan when you put it in, allow it to cook for a little so as not to break the yolk, and then slowly ease the egg off the bottom. If you do it too soon, you risk breaking the egg yolk. So we had our onions in the bowl already. Now let's add in the rest of the stuff. That's the bok choy. Now this is optional if you don't have the celery or the Chinese celery. Let's get that in there. Celery stalks, finely cut. A tomato. Right. Okay. Now let's take a look at our eggs. Now these are nice and crispy. You can hear that. Beautiful. Just cut our eggs in half, and that's what they look like. Nice and crisp. Cut them into kind of bite-sized pieces. Get our egg right in there. Add some of the green onions. A little bit of the chili. And now to add the dressing. Something you want to serve right away. So the dressing give that salad a mix. I'm just using chopsticks. Alright. Let's put it on a plate and see how the salad looks. Complete the dish with a little chopped cilantro. And there we have a beautiful spicy salad with fried egg just for you. Let's take a closer look. Simple and delicious.
Before I learnt about Thai cuisine, I never knew we could use eggs in a salad this way. A special thanks to everyone who subscribed. Thank you for watching. I love being inspired and to inspire others. Like, share, subscribe for more videos like this.